work. They're buying the product, bringing it in, where we're making the product, customizing the tooling area, and being able to put banner arm embossments or GFI receptacles, or again, as we talked about, decorative seals, and any other flag bracket or custom applications that are needed for these particular poles. Right now we're in the area where that does some prime finish painting, and what we're doing right now is priming the Bishop's crook posts, and then we'll stand them up, and our QC director and inspectors will come along and check the poles out for any imperfections. We like to prime the poles before we inspect them, because the prime paint seems to show some of the imperfections a lot better and doesn't hide any of them, and we're able to identify them quickly. They'll come along with a black Sharpie, mark the areas that need to be retouched. They'll go back into the finishing room, retouched, and then brought out and prime painted again. It's another step added that some other manufacturers may not feel is necessary. We believe that it is, because it enables us to really go over the poles with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that the customer is getting a product that with an elegant cast and an ornate detail. Right now we're at one of the welding stations in the machine and assembly process. Tim Dunning, one of our employees that's been here close to 30 years, is welding one of the CCD fixtures that actually we're using for Lansdale, Pennsylvania, and he's closing up one of the door locations on the fixture fitter. Tim is an AWS certified welder that requires certain classes to attend and maintain his constant certification, and a lot of PennDOT projects require that, as well as Department of Transportation. Where we're at now is in the machine shop. I spoke earlier about Spring City manufacturing electrical junction boxes. This is a cast iron junction box that we're providing for, I believe, New York City. These junction boxes are used in bridge decks, streetways, roadways, and it's still a viable business that we participate in. Right now we're at one of our 4 CNC machines. This Haas machine is a computer numerical controlled unit that, what we're doing right now is we're drilling and facing one of our LED lids for our Franklin Square unit. And he's set up the jig, and eventually this thing will turn around and go into the room behind it in this machine and start facing as the other one's being completed. So we can work on basically 2 units at once. What this does is eliminate any human error, especially with the LEDs. The placement of the boards is extremely important. And it also helps with some of the other machines that we use to eliminate any mistakes and also have interchangeability. Right now we're in the fixture department, and Todd Wallace and Danny Smith, both of them been here close to 24 years. Again, showing the longevity and loyalty of our workers. Right now we're making a luminaire for the city of Jenkintown, or borough of Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. And this particular fixture is our Franklin Square, and it is a 100-watt metal halide luminaire. Still using HID, of course. That's the high density discharge lamps that we talked about earlier today. Now this particular fixture is a horizontal lamp application, and we achieve those certain distributions. Obviously, we start with our engineering firm, or engineering side of the company up front in the office, where we talked about the photometric engineering and design of the reflector systems. We get these light distributions by a few different ways of dispersing the light. Refraction, by using internal refractors. This particular luminaire has a hydroform reflector in it, and we'll show you that as Todd brings it over to the lineup of the fixtures. This is the hydroform reflector that I was talking about. Thanks, Todd. You can see this is where our ballast housing is. This is where the lamp goes, and it's a horizontal application, so it meets the cutoff requirements. And this is just one other method of how we disperse the light. Thanks, Todd. This is our fluting machine. We're one of 3 companies in the United States that flute steel. And basically what this system is what you're looking at right here is the steel mandrel. And we slide a smooth tapered tube over that mandrel, as you can see here. And it's compressed with these wheels as they press into the valley of the mandrel, which is called a cold forming process. And it's about 30,000 pounds per square inch that's pressing that steel down into the valley and creating that flute. Now, steel fluting projects are usually projects that we do where the pole heights exceed 16, 17 feet. Typically, cast iron product is not made any taller than that for the economies as well as just the size and scope of it. Steel offers a much less expensive product, but it enables you to really be utilized for, you'll see applications such as banner poles or tall 40-foot roadway poles. It really enables you to get to heights that you wouldn't be able to do with a one-piece cast iron pole. We do a lot of steel products with the city of Boston, roadway poles for Washington, D.C. The city of Norristown, Pennsylvania is an iron and steel combination. Bloomsburg is an iron and steel, and Kutztown that we've done is an iron and steel. So there are plenty of projects that utilize this application. Right now we're looking at the midsection of the fluted machine, and you're seeing the hydraulic piston push the smooth tapered shaft into the rollers where it's compressing at 30,000+ pounds and forming that cold flute into the steel shaft. Where we're at now is at our wet painting facility located on site. And this particular gentleman is spraying Acrylon paint system, which is a wet paint system provided by Sherwin-Williams. It's a really great paint system, and we've been using it for the last 8 to 10 years. Part of the system or the benefits of it is its quick drying time. It's very durable. Obviously, with a quick drying time, it allows us to move the product and within 24 hours wrap it and get it ready to ship. It also is extremely well and vandal resistant, meaning the paint system is extremely durable to where if there's anybody tries to put graffiti or sprays another type of paint on top of it, it can be removed very easily. The third issue with the Acrylon paint system by Sherwin-Williams is its low VCs, which is volatile organic compounds. It doesn't emit any very low toxins, so it's also a very safe paint system, which the environmental control really like, as well as our workers. We also utilize a powder coating facility, which is within an hour away. It's Keystone Products, which is a local powder coating facility, and when the product is specified and it needs to be powder coated, we utilize another Pennsylvania company to assist us in that. We're now on one of the loading pads where you can see an example of the shipping material that we're using to protect our poles. We use a rubberized wrap, and then we shrink wrap around these cast iron poles. Obviously, because of the weight and any movement around when you're using heavy equipment to move these around, there's a chance for these to get scraped up. So we found that this material is the best material to utilize and to minimize any damage. After they're wrapped, we take them to our loading dock and we load them on the our dedicated truck service that we have. We have some rigs of our own, some 24-foot stake body vehicles. Obviously the best way with this heavy material is not to handle it. You don't want to ship this product common carrier, because if it does move around, it'll damage, and it'll damage everything else around it. So we ship predominantly dedicated truck. The product gets there, and both the end user, contractor, and customer are satisfied with the shipment because of how we wrap, how we load, and the trucking firm that we use. What you're looking at right now is a New York City M-arm. And this arm actually slides on these tails when it's finished and will go on top of the Bishop's Crook pole. That takes the pole about 14 feet up to 20, 26 feet. And the fixture hangs off the end of that arm. There's thousands of these poles in New York City, and we're fortunate to be the ones who have manufactured them over the years. Next to this M-arm is the Washington number 16 pole. And this particular pole, again, thousands of them installed in DC. This is getting ready to go into the finished paint. We do primer, and we do ship the product in finished paint. That's a 13-foot 2 pole. This particular post is one of my favorites. It's a Madison pole, and you can see how decorative it is. You'll see these poles in Central Park in New York City, as well as the streets of Royersford, PA. And this particular setup is going to our own Lansdale, Pennsylvania. The base next to it is kind of its big brother. You can see similarities in the style of the base. This particular base goes to the city of Norristown, Pennsylvania, and it wraps around the steel shafts, as we talked about when we visited the fluting machine. So the steel shaft, this is actually a 2-piece casting, and it'll wrap around that steel shaft to give it its decorative look. And finally, the Bishop's Crook pole. You saw it today being manufactured. It's one of my favorites. This is still in its primer stage, and it will be going into the finishing paint department probably tomorrow. It's just, you know, the beauty of this casting and the intricacies of the tooling that create this particular pole is why it's one of my favorites. And again, there's thousands of these in the city of New York. Bishop's Crook and the M-arms that you see that grace the city of New York. That pretty much ends the tour that you've seen here at Spring City. We'd like to thank PCN Tours for coming in and being able to tell the Spring City story, where a small town in Pennsylvania with 110 employees are able to be the major provider of decorative street cast iron and aluminum fixtures all across the country. New York City, Boston, DC, Philadelphia, the major cities, even gracing the main streets of Walt Disney here in the States and abroad, and of course our wonderful capital in both Harrisburg as well as our nation's capital. We thank you, and we hope you've learned something, and when you walk down the streets you're able to look at these poles and wonder, hey, if these were made in Spring City, and the pride and craftsmanship that goes into it. Thank you.